morning, dirt movers, and it is a good morning because this is what it's doing. We're getting a pretty good rain, first time in about 7 months, but I come out here to finish the tank up and started cutting this around from the creek to the tank in case it come a big rain, and it wasn't raining at the time, and then it started raining. So I believe I'm just gonna call her quits for the day. I don't want to scare the rain off. Just leave it like that, and then when it dries up a little bit, I can come back and put the rest of the topsoil on there. But it's actually getting a little water in the tank. It's just probably what run down the slope just a little bit, but that may be about all we're going to get. But well, anyway, I don't want to scare it off, so I'm going to let it rain all day long if it wants to. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go in and let it dry up and come back, finish it up, and I'll take a picture of it after we get the topsoil on it. And who knows, it might have some little bit more water in it. Get a picture of that. So I guess I'm gonna go in. Y'all have a blessed day today, and thank y'all for watching this channel. And if you hadn't subscribed, go ahead and do that and hit the like button, leave any comments that you got. So until it dries up and we start at it again, this is James with Dunsmore Moving Dirt. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye. Good morning, y'all. James here at Dunsmore Moving Dirt. We're back on the tank site where we got rained out the other day when we was trying to finish it up, and it's just now starting to kind of dry up enough, so I'm out here to see if I can't get this thing topsoiled. We probably got between 3/4 and 1 inch of rain, and it's well received, and thank the Lord for bringing that rain to us. We really needed it. It's been the first measurable rain we've probably had since November or December of last year, and you can already see the way the little winter grass is starting to come up underneath these trees and such. And usually this time of year, that's just lush green out under them mesquite trees while they're dormant, but we just hadn't had the rain to get it started. And of course, once them mesquite trees break dormancy, they start pulling moisture out of the ground, and there's hardly nothing that'll grow under them except weeds and stuff. But anyway, we're going to try to finish our tank up today. And yes, I know my blade is not shiny and my tracks are not clean, but that's okay. If that's what it took to get a rain, we'll go with it. So the tracks are muddy, and it's been a long time since they've been muddy, but I come out here yesterday and decided just to wait one more day and let it dry up a little bit more. But as you can see, we kind of got a little bit of water in the pond, which that's just what fell off the slope. Nothing else run no water, but it must have rained hard, and I throwed a rock out in there yesterday, and it was probably a foot and a half deep. So that's enough to provide a little water, but if nothing else, it'll get it all primed up and ready for the next rain. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing this morning, is finish topsoiling and just try to smooth everything up. So we'll let you see that as we get that started. Okay, I just got it all topsoiled and everything, and it topsoiled pretty good, and I'm surprised there wasn't no more stumps and sticks in that topsoil, as much brush as there was around. But where I come down on the slope, that's going to be just about where them red flags is. That's spillway level, so that topsoil ought to be down just right at the water line, so that'll help. He can plant him some grass there, and I've got this inlet dug out just a little bit where the water is going to come out of that creek and come around this end of the dam. I just had to be sure and block it off where it wouldn't go around behind the back side of the dam instead of coming in the tank here. So I dug this out a little bit, and this is a foot lower than on the other side of this little creek here, which we're starting to think that was man-made. That's just too uniform and everything. And but what it'll do, I mean, it'll stand water when this tank's full, but I've got this little block here that's a foot taller than the inlet of the tank, so when this thing starts filling up with water, it'll stack up and then start coming around and coming into the tank. So this thing, it's just so uniform. We think that it's been man-made. Now we found there's an old pull scraper up there in the brush, and that's just, that thing's a blade wide in the bottom of it, and the edges are all the same all the way up, and it just goes up there so far then quits. And on the end that we come down, the day we moved in here, they made a crossing on that lower end, and from there down it doesn't look like this part. And this is not fast water that's running through here. It's real slow. It just stacks up, and it might get a foot deep out in this brush before it starts to drain down. So they just made them a crossing down there and made them a long narrow tank. When they did it, you know, it would hold 3 or 4 foot of water for half a mile. So but I bet they dug that out with that pull type scraper. So but anyway, what it does, all the water drains into it, and then it comes this way. So it's just acting as a place to get that water to, then direct it to where they want it to go. But got all this shaped up, and like I said, I just don't, I used to back drag them, but when you got them sticks and stuff in there, they wad up under the blade. But I kind of walked it in with the dozer. If I'd had it done before the rain, he'd have thrown in some grass seed. That grass would already be coming out of this thing. But I mean, this ditch or little man-made deal on the back side of the tank, that's where we come in that day down there and come up this way. Like I say, it's a dozer blade wide in the bottom, but now the water is going to go across. When it comes around the end of the dam, it's going to spread out across that brush, and it might eventually come back to this deal here, this little old creek or whatever it is, but chances are it's just going to spread out. So out there in that brush, it's flat. This ground's as flat as it can be out through here. So but anyway, there's we'll just water the trees when it's full of water. So that water's gone down a little bit. It's just a shallow, and it's starting to all kind of soak up, so it may go down a little bit more. But like I say, that was just what run off of the slope. And if you didn't topsoil it the way that riveted coming down in there, that would be the way the dam is. But if that topsoil up there, once you get some grass, it'll grass over, and it won't wash like the sides of that did there, the spoil part, which that'll all be underwater anyway. So I still got to smooth this up. I'm gonna move that fuel trailer and smooth all that up, and the benchmark is still there. That railroad spike and it's going to stay there till Jesus comes, I guess, because the contractors are not supposed to move that in case the big boys ever want to come out and double check something. If that benchmark's gone, someone's going to pay for the tank. So anyway, I don't want to touch it, so it's going to be right there. So anyway, we're going to hook on this trailer and get it out of here. I'm going to smooth up all this ruts and stuff on the way out, and then I won't be back in here. So again, thank y'all for watching these videos, and help this channel grow. Just subscribe if you hadn't already, like and share with whoever you want to these videos, and appreciate any comments or anything that you leave. We try to get them answered the best we can. So until the next project or start another hole, this is James with Dunsmore Moving Dirt. Keep your blade shiny and your tracks clean. Bye.